post-editing Dominic here. This is a video of my sequencing project that I sent to my teacher for an assignment. So I thought I'd upload it as well, just because I thought the recreation was fun. So enjoy. So this right here, this is my sequencing project. It's got 33 tracks. It's not insane, but it's a lot for a cover that I did just for fun. It's more effort than I should have put into this. Each one of these is a synth, except for this, which is a drum VST that I'm using just the cymbals of. This is a audio clip that I recorded of these cymbals to just reverse them. That's about it. And this, all the way over here, is a recording of my main drum VST, which is this, all of these, and it's just got a telephone filter on it and a multi-brand compressor to clamp down on the volume of the snare. That's it. That's the whole thing. And then the rest of it is a VST called Vital, and it is a really good synth VST because it's completely free and there is so much you can do. I've barely scratched the surface. It's got 4 built-in LFOs, 3 built-in envelopes. You've got these things which I actually haven't learned how to use yet. You can change how much you can bend. You can change how many voices it can use. So right now it's on, this one's on 1, so if I have 2 notes overlapping, they don't play at the same time. Only one of them can play. There's built-in chorus, compressor, delay, distortion, EQ, filter, flanger, phaser, and reverb. I think that's all of the effects you can have. I don't think you can add more. You can change specific things about specific things. I don't even know what any of this is yet, and I don't know. But I understand how the waveforms work, leveling. This is octave, this is key, this is how out of tune it is, so you can change its pitch and sense. This is how many voices there are, this is how out of tune the voices are. I haven't really gotten into the phase stuff yet, I'm not too sure how to use it. And right here, this is how you choose how it detunes the synths. So, starting off the song, we have a radio-filtered pair of synths, which is, one is a lead, which plays the hook of the song, and then another's just the chord progression. This song is, for some reason, it says 4/4 here. I don't know why this first bar is 4/4, but the whole song's in 6/8, and I have it at 210, but technically it's 105. It's easier to quantize in double time with this kind of stuff, because sometimes you'll click quantize and it won't be the right triplets that you want, or stuff like that. Either way, I found it easier for it to be in double time. Doesn't matter. It does make listening with the metronome on kind of chaotic. That hurts my ears. So it scoops up, you can see, yeah, I've got just that going on in the EQs. It just opens this up, which brings more depth into it, and then you got the reverse crash leading into the verse. The verse has got an offbeat synth doing all the upbeats. You got a bass, and then the drums. Which these drums are SSD sampler, or SSD5, which has got full kit. And this is the unpaid version, which I think is really cool. The only thing you can change about this drum kit is that you get 2 snares, which is pretty nice. I like this one because it's got a really nice punch to it. All of the drum programming I did myself. So Yeah, it's great. I've got some mixing done. I've got like EQing and compressing on the kick. I've got it on the snare. I don't use the toms at all. The rest of this is just kind of like volume balancing. I've got a little bit of EQ on the room mic to cut out some of the low end, the overheads. I've got a parallel compressor to just glue them together a bit more. Either way, moving on to the second half of the verse, we have a little counter melody come in. And then it leads into the chorus, which a pad comes in. Which is only one oscillator, but it's got 16 voices and it's 9% out of tune. It is panned. Well, it's got no effects on it, so it's very bland, but it's panned to the right just to fill out the right end, and then there's an up which is right down the middle, which I believe is very, very basic. It's just one voice, it's a square wave. The offbeat synth's still there, the bass is still there. The bass, by the way, is a recreation I did of a Moog synthesizer, which has a very nice like bass pluck to it. So this leads into the hook. This main lead is two oscillators, one an octave up, one just in the standard octave. The standard octave has 16 voices and it's 10% out of tune. The octave up is only 7 voices, but it's technically more out of tune. Also, these green lines here, I have two LFOs, which they pan both the oscillators left and right in a small amount. Just adds a bit of depth, that's really nice. At the end of it, I have the same synth with just a radio filter on it, which is just that, cuts out high end, cuts out low end, radio. Verse 2, instead of an offbeat synth, it's just a synth doubling the bass with an octave up as the offbeats. Very similar, but it's slightly different. A counter melody comes in, along with this, which is the same as the first verse, except this one has a delay and reverb and an extra octave up of just a sine wave with 11 voices to add a little bit more wavering. Oh yeah, and there's a compressor on this too. Same thing again, it goes into the hook. I don't know, it's cool. And then it goes into a re-intro. Same thing, scoops up in the high end, and it goes into a bridge. Which the bridge has this new melody, which is similar to the hook. Now, in the original song, it just keeps this lead going and then has like a tail end, but I thought it'd be really cool to harmonize it, so I did. And then we go into a lo-fi version of the hook before going into the actual hook, which has got those lo-fi drums I mentioned, and then just the bass. So, pretty simple. And instead of a fill or anything, there's just a pause before which I think is honestly kind of cool because, you know, usually someone would do a sweep into the hook or like a drum fill. It's just a pause. Yeah, I think it works really well. And then it goes into the hook again. Well, yeah. And that's the song. There's not much else to this song. Obviously, if I had the vocals done, the vocoding, I would have a bit more to talk about because vocoding is honestly kind of complex, and I can't find anything that's good at vocoding that I don't have to pay for. That's the whole song. There's no tempo changes. Oh, also, another thing, in the last chorus, to fill it out more, the synths double, the pad synth doubles. So this is the same one from before, and then it's got a higher octave on the left side. So, you know, it fills it out a bit more. And that's about it. The song comes in at, like, I think exactly 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes and 2/100ths of a second. So, yeah, that's everything.